What's up YouTube, KidMoto22 here, and I'm coming to you guys today with another install video. I have the Advanblack Reveal Wrapped Hugger 19-inch front fender for my bike. Now this is a new offering from Advanblack. They've had the 21-inch front fender for a while. The 19-inch is a fairly new offering for them, and I'm going to be installing one on my bike. So let's get to it. Alright, so what we see here is a side-by-side comparison of the Advanblack 19-inch hugger fender and the stock Harley-Davidson fender. Now these are the front of both of these fenders, and really what you can see is you can just see how much thinner the Advanblack fender is than the stock Harley fender. Now it looks like it's, that the fender itself is taller, and it's not actually taller, it just gives it that more wraparound effect. So when this fender goes on, it's going to wrap around the tire rather than being more of a full, more traditional fender that you can see here. So there's a pretty significant difference in the width of both of these fenders. But again, like all Advanblack products, this thing is perfectly color matched to the color of my bike. There is no difference between the two colors in the paint on this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and install the wrapped fender, and you will see exactly what it looks like and the difference between the stock fender and the wrapped fender as it is installed on the bike. All right, Advanblack has included all the parts that you need for the install. So you're going to get two spacers that look like this right here, okay? And you're going to get the bolt packs, and in here is going to be bolts, washers, and so you're going to get 4 bolts like this, nuts, and these are locking nuts, so they have so you don't have to use the Loctite on there if you didn't want to. And you're going to get 4 washers that come with this too. So 4 washers, okay? You can kind of see those. All right, so they come with all the hardware. The spacers are going to go behind, right back here is where the spacers are going to go. So the bolts are going to go in here, nuts are going to go back behind there, and spacers are going to go right back behind there. It's a very, very simple install. These spacers are included because of the frame of the fender itself is shaped a little bit different when it comes off of the fender, and where it connects to your fork is shaped a little bit different from the stock than from the aftermarket. So we'll go ahead and do this install, and it's like I said, it's a very simple process. We'll go ahead and put these on, and you guys will be able to see what the finished result looks like. So there you go. The most difficult part of that process of the install is just getting those bolts and everything to line up, and for that whole thing to kind of get into place right there. So once you get them in there, the bolts and everything go on really easy. Just lining up the spacers to everything is probably the most difficult part. An extra set of hands wouldn't be a bad thing in that process, but it's not hard. It is just a little bit tricky just to get it lined up. But once you've got it lined up, it fits perfectly. The spacers align perfectly. Everything goes right into place just as you would expect it to. And at this point, all you need to do is tighten everything down. So I'll get to doing that, and the install for this will be complete. And one of the things I like to do when I'm installing parts like this that have multiple sides is I'm going to tighten up this top one on this side, and then I'm going to move to the back on the other side and tighten that one down. So I'll tighten down this one first, and then I'm going to move to the back side on this side over here and tighten this one down, just because that just gives you a little bit of an opportunity to you know, kind of go, you know, if you tighten something like in a circle, you want to use that star pattern, that kind of thing. I always alternate side to side, top to bottom. You know, you just get an opportunity to get things just a little bit more even that way. And there we go. The install is complete for the wrapped front fender. We'll take a little bit closer look at that, but that's all there is to it. Advanblack 19-inch Hugger wrapped front fender, install complete. I really dig the way that this looks compared to the stock fender. This is really fits with the aesthetic of my bike, and really goes well with the rest of the Advanblack products that I have on my bike. Well, there you go. If you've replaced a front fender on a bike before, you know that it's super straightforward. There's really nothing hard about replacing the front fender. There's 4 bolts. It's pretty simple. The biggest thing is make sure you use your Loctite on there, because, you know, it's on the front of the bike that's going to receive plenty of vibration from the road. But that's it. I hope you like the install. I think I'm really going to like the look of the fender. Comparatively, when I showed you the comparison to what the front fender looks like as a stock formation and what that Hugger fender looks like, no comparison whatsoever. I personally prefer the wrapped Hugger look rather than the wider fender that comes with the bike, but it also fits the aesthetic style of the bike that I'm going with. So I hope you liked the video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Hit me up with the subscribe button over here or over here. I'll put a link to another video up here over here that you guys might like of mine. And that's all I have for you guys today. This is Kid Moto. I'm out.